Hey, it's Nicole. Welcome back to the show. So excited to have you and to introduce you to today's guest, Alex Levin. He's the co-founder and CEO at Regal.io, and he leads the go-to-market teams. Prior to Regal, he has a pretty impressive background, folks. Not only did he receive his BA from Harvard, he's from New York. Impressive enough. That's a busy place to navigate for sure. But he also was one of the early employees at Angi and Thomson Reuters too. I'm so excited for you to hear some of the stories that he has to share. He's even hinted that he has entrepreneurship in his family background too. So let's get into it.
Hey, if you're an entrepreneur who usually fast forwards intros just like this one, this is the podcast for you.
Hey, just a reminder, our show is brought to you by Smart Cookie Media, where we believe data tells a story, and not just any story, your business story. As a subscriber to the show or as a client, you'll get insights on profitable, data-driven marketing strategies that work for you and your business, your industry, not some cookie cutter trends. No, ideas that are led by your customer data so you know they'll work for you. Connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram to learn more. Everything's in the show notes. Now, let's get back to the show. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
I'd like to start the way we do with every single guest. How would you finish this sentence? You know you're an entrepreneur when?
When you're ready to go back into the pain, when I hire execs and, when I talk to entrepreneurs, we're looking for people who have been through early stage companies and are just crazy enough to want to go back and do it. Some people just like it. My girlfriend and I like it. We like that environment where every day you come in and things are uncertain and you're not sure if it's going to work out, and every rock you overturn as a new opportunity. And we like that sort of building phase. It's not for everybody though. And if it's not for you, totally fine. There's lots of other jobs, but you have to like that to be honest.
We've had a guest on in the past that said being comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. So tell us a little bit about Regal. What is it? What is it solving out in the world?
Yeah, sure. So our background, as you said, we were at a company called Angie that is the largest home services provider, insurance provider in the world. And we had a 3,000 person team that talked with customers. And the reason we had this like digital business is that we found that if customers only came to the site, they often didn't buy these more complex, more expensive services. And if we could get them on the phone, we built trust and they would feel comfortable then making that purchase of home improvements or fence or whatever it may be. The challenge with those teams was there wasn't really software designed for these large scale, high velocity sales teams. There's lots of B2B software for relatively low velocity motion and lots of customer service software built for actually deflecting the customers and not talking to them. So we started Regal on the premise that as everyone shopped online, they'd expect to do these other things like healthcare and education and lending and local services online. And these businesses would still need to talk with their customers. And it's such a critical part of the onboarding. And so we wanted to provide that connective tissue. We wanted to be the software that would allow them to identify who's engaging with the brand, what are they doing, all these different touch points, when should they reach out, what method, what should the agents do next. The quip that I often use is we want them to treat millions of customers like one in a million. Even though, you're at internet scale, and there's so many customers, you can't get on the phone with them and go, I'm going to treat you the same as the person who was on last, right? You got to be able to understand their context and what they want and treat them like an individual who is special to the brand so that they engage with the brand and become a lifetime customer.
So you're making these really big companies more human.
Yeah. We do thought like adding human touch in a more digital world, personal touch, more digital world. My wife's friend growing up was an insurance agent. And she's great. She sat in the office, people came in, she knew your kids, your pets. Over the last, couple of years, what's happened is her business has shifted. Consumer demand has shifted online. So instead of somebody walking in her door, somebody now goes online, her computer goes ding. She doesn't know who you are, what's going on, who else has talked to you. She picks up her cell phone and tries to get you on the phone. It doesn't go so well. So that's who we're helping. These brands that sell critical services that are more complicated, that need to have that salesperson, but need to find a new way to manage that engagement with the customer.
So good. So good.
It gets really dangerous probably, Alex, with these more regulated industries, medicine, healthcare, insurance, mortgage, law. And I think you're hitting the nail on the head. I love what it's doing. It's just my brain kind of goes on this weird, like split path of, oh my gosh, it sounds crazy, but what is AI saying out there? Is it giving out medical advice, legal advice? It's just one of those things where as a lawyer, there's other
Is it keeping
services
lawyers employed? That's what you want.